I know that's some people could feel good about that. Yeah, so ideas stay alive. Yeah, that's nice, but he's my brother, he's not an idea. So like for background, I was imprisoned several times over, in total I spent 3 years. I think prison is prison like everywhere, because when I came to the States and I met like the anti-abolition movement, and when I read other literature, I felt so much like I resonated with a lot of the experiences. So of course the conditions differ, but it's isolation for a long time. You really live with yourself, and you explore things about yourself that you didn't know, and in being in nothingness and in isolation for a very long time. And so, for instance, boredom, you really get bored. But that's something, when I say you get bored, it's like, yeah, sure, we all get bored. No, but you just live in boredom forever. I don't know how to approach it, like how to make it, familiarize it, but there is nothing in normal life familiar with prison. We are aware that our movement has been defeated, like we're totally aware of that, but the regime hasn't. Like they're really obsessed with the moment, as if it's like they're still talking about 2011 as if it was yesterday. And most of us who were part of 2011 were like, get over it. Why are you obsessing about it? Just we spoke up for a year and you shut us up. And he was a symbol before they started targeting him, but I think they made him more of a symbol. And yeah, so now he's become the actual symbol that they were trying to set an example of, but that's their making, really. Alaa and Doma, for instance, Alaa represents to them this generation that decided to like hope for something different and act on it, and this generation that was resourceful in like engaging with the world and expressing, and Alaa articulates, Alaa writes in a coherent way, and all of that are the kind of ideas that to the regime represented like that led to an uprising and led to people feeling hope. So it would make sense if you want to rule with authoritarianism to shut up those voices and set an example for others through them. So yeah, Alaa represents to them January 25th is like this nightmare, and so they use us to set an example that this should never happen again. When I was like a kid, I was really into art. I always changed how I want to be. Like if I want to be a painter, then I want to be a filmmaker, then I kept changing my mind. But that's like 7 years old or something. But he would take me to museums. And so I remember he was really like the person in the family who didn't get sick of me changing my mind every couple of days, and would like be excited about each and every project I had. And so I remember there's this time I decided I wanted to start sculpting, and he actually found like a workshop on a sculpting institute, and we went together. And so yeah, I think that's the memory, that's what came up to my mind. He looked really scary to me, so although I was like, I was preparing myself because I hadn't seen him since he started his hunger strike. I left Cairo, and so I didn't see him, but I visited Cairo in August to see him. So I was supposed to be prepared to see him on hunger strike, but I was shocked. I couldn't talk. It's 20 minutes. I'm usually very efficient with the visit time. Like I have a schedule. The first 5 minutes are for general news, then tech news, then like I have a structure. I couldn't talk. I was shocked to see him. His eyes looked really strange, like sunken, and he looked weak overall. So I kept silent, and then he was like, but then he told me, why do you look so bad? It's you who look bad. And then the ice broke somehow and we managed to talk. Yeah, absolutely. And something, so he looks so weak with the hunger strike, but something about him is back to being alive. Alaa was, a couple of months back, Alaa expressed suicidal thoughts when he was in the maximum security prison. It's a horrible facility. It's like the Guantanamo of Egypt. The man I used to visit over there wasn't my brother. I'm really sad that now I fear for his life, but I can see my brother in the person I see now. I think something about choosing to be resilient, about using the only tool he has, just brought some life back into him. That's why, like, when people tell me, like, try to talk him out of the strike, tell him to break it, I'm like, I of course don't want my brother to die, but I don't want to see him in that other state. Now he looks weak, but he's like, his mind is alert, and he's really Alaa. He's really my loving brother, brilliant, and yeah, he's more himself. Our family wasn't that prominent in Egypt. Each time after I got out of prison, I would realize that more people know me, and that's not my doing, that's the regime's doing, but it doesn't make it easier. Yes, of course, they made, like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, they made him more of a symbol than he was to start with, but that doesn't make it kind of, I know that's, some people could feel good about that. Yeah, so ideas stay alive, yeah, that's nice, but he's my brother, he's not an idea. I would rather that he not be prominent or inspiring to others, but that he continues to exist with us and just live a normal life. It's stupid what they're doing, but it's still harmful, and I would trade whatever this prominence with a normal life anytime. I think the beach. His son really loves swimming, and I also remember when I was out, the first time I saw the beach after prison, it was like such a relief. Alaa knows that in the brief time he was out, I think they swam together in the pool, but I don't think they ever went to the beach together. So yeah, I'd like to show him how Khaled loves, because Khaled is now really into swimming.